Okay, so let's see how we can apply perspective in Photoshop. You'll notice that I've set my box pieces in a little bit different orientation. I rotated this and they're all butted up against each other. This is really going to help us out. So let's increase the size of this just a little bit so we have a little bit more to work with. Alright, so holding down the Shift key, making these big. Let's try that again. There we go. So we've got this ready to go. So now I'm going to save this file. Okay, and then I'll bet you didn't know you could do this. I'm going to go to Open in Photoshop. All right, I'm going to find this. I'm going to say Open, and then it's going to give me options to rasterize this thing. So right now it's coming in at 27 megabytes. That's a little heavy for our little laptops. Let's go for 300. 12 megabytes seems more doable. Let's try this. Alright, so now we've got our boxes in here. Everything looks good. Let's check our resolution. Looking really nice. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom back out so I can see everything. And I'm going to come up here under Edit and I'm going to go to Perspective Warp. Okay, I'm going to draw a box around this first one. And you'll notice that when I'm in Perspective Warp, we've got Layout and we've got Warp. Okay. I'm going to draw another box. Watch what happens here. See how we get that blue line? That's really important. They're going to snap together there. And we'll do one more. Okay, so now we have two blue lines in here. One blue line here, one blue line there. We can go to Warp. And I can pull this. And I can pull this edge. Move these things around. Now there is a disadvantage to doing this in Photoshop, and we'll see this here in a second. Alright, so making my box. See how down here at the bottom it's not exactly lining up. Let's zoom in so you can see this. So here you may need to come back in and adjust manually with Photoshop to try and get this to work a little bit better. I don't know why they haven't fixed this. This has been a problem for a little while. So let's zoom back out and take a look. So here, let's try and get this so it's at least looking like a box. I'm just moving these pins. If they'll let me. Zoom back out just a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to zoom that. So your vertical should always be vertical. And definitely a little wonky issue there. So you may need to do this as separate pieces. Or instead of having it all as one, you may try and do it that way. But like I said, Photoshop is not always great. So there we go. We've got this all as one object. So now if I wanted to, I could come in here and create a selection. And fudge that edge in. So let's see if we can do that with the stamp tool, right? So we'll get a nice small little brush. Set my origin point, and we'll start cloning this in. Remember, you have to keep adjusting your origin points here. Alright. Control D to deselect that. So you kind of get the idea. It'll take a little bit more futzing around, but let's take a look. And there you have it in Photoshop. So perspective warps in both Illustrator and Photoshop. So enjoy. Let's see what you guys come up with. I'm sure you'll do fantastic things.